soul's sake.
That's why the Bible is redundant. The Lord says things over and over because we're stiff-necked, hard-headed people.
There are accepted people to the Lord thy God. Why? Because we keep the law, thus said the Lord.
We come together, our people. We come together, the Lord's sheep of the house of Israel.
Calm down and listen to one another. And more importantly, listen to this Bible. Right? Okay, watch this.
But in this last day, the Most High is raising up the true prophets of God.
All great. All great. You go to church every Sunday? What you believe? Prior to the day, what are you raised to believe? In Him. In Him. So today, we understand that Christ is a black man, all right? Go to John 14 and 15, though. Because knowing that He's black is step one. Knowing that He's black is step one. Now, once you know He's black, you have to do what He says, right? Read 14, 15.
John chapter 14 and verse 15. If you love me.
Because you're finding out that Christ is a black man that came for the nation of Israel. So you say you love Him, right? Read.
Keep my commandments.
So if you really love Christ, you're going to obey God's commandments. That's right. It's really that plain. We out here to show you the truth. The truth that we showed earlier was that the truth is the law. You understand? The truth is the law. Christ said, if you love me, keep my commandments. So the first thing you should be saying, well, damn, I got to make sure that I'm showing Christ I love Him. Right. Tell me some of them commandments, Jess. Right. That's what you should be saying to me. You understand? Because today, prior to today, you never knew none of this. Do you know any commandments? So, I'm going to start you off with one that's real plain and simple. Go to 1 Corinthians 11 and 3. Because it says that my sheep hear me and I know them. All right? Read that.
1 Corinthians chapter 11 and verse 3. But I would have you know that the head of every man is Christ.
So, the head meaning the leader. You a man, I'm a man. Our leader, the head of every man, is the black Messiah, Jesus the Christ. You understand? All right, brothers, y'all hear that? The head of every man is Jesus Christ, the black Messiah. Read.
And the head of the woman is the man.
And the head of the woman is the man. The head of the black woman is the black man. Even though they don't want to admit this, this is what the Bible says. Read.
And the head of Christ is God.
And the head of Christ is God. So who's our head one more time? Who's our head? Okay. Read. Christ is our head. Read.
Every man praying or prophesying, having his head covered, dishonoreth his head.
So, right now we in the midst of prophecy, you understand? And it says if you praying with your head covered, you dishonor the head, who is Christ. So, I read that to see if you're going to uncover your head. I read that to see if you're going to uncover your head. What you going to do? Read that for him again. That's why we don't got nothing on our head. We wear hats sometimes. But if we, again, remember what he said in John 14 and 15, what did it say? What did it say? In John 14, 15, it said, if you love me, keep my commandments. So this is how we, because we have this understanding, this is how we determine who's really one of the apostles out here. We give them commandments. Right. When they submit to them, we go, oh, shoot. Because we out here to fish men. That's right. You worry about a hair day, man. Read that for him again, man.
Every man praying or prophesying.
I care about that, man.
Having his head covered, dishonoreth his head.
Hold on, JD. What text do you wear? I told you the white man lied. There you go. That's the wool we just read about, JD. Go back to Revelations 1. I'm telling you, the white man don't want us to love our wool. That's right. That's why our sisters be, I got to get my head done before anyone can see it. Come on now. Black man, You in the image of Christ. Come on, look at this picture again, bro.
You look good, man.
Yeah, man, you got the woolly hair. Read that for the brother again.
Revelation chapter 1 and verse 14.
Read.
His head and his hairs were white like wool.
Jesus Christ has white woolly hair.
That's
Listen,
right.
I came up around the same folks you came up. We like to make jokes about each other's hair, right? That's because we don't know that Christ had hair like us. We think that Christ had this type of hair. So what we call this? Good hair. Pretty hair. Oh, my kid's gonna have good hair. No, that's not good hair. Good hair sits up. It's woolly. You can lock it up. You can braid it. They can't do none of that with their hair, man.
That's right.
Listen, I don't care if you got hat hair, it's matted, it's still the best hair.
That's right.
Listen, I'm telling you, it don't matter. Read that again, man. We got to get this in our head. We are the best race on the face of the earth.
Right.
Read.
His head and his hairs were white like wool.
Christ has woolly textured hair.
Wisdom Solomon.
Black man, black woman, love your woolly hair.
Solomon.
Which one is that? Wisdom of Solomon,
3. Also beauty.
14 and 3. Oh yeah, okay. Before we get to that,
Yes, sir.
remember, Christ has a father who is the Most High God. Remember, that's Christ's head is God. Remember? So, we're going to show you the Most High God's image as well. The one who sits in the heavens at the throne.
Bring it up.
All right? We're going to get this image out your head, man. If I could kick it, I would kick it. Read.
Daniel chapter 7 and verse 9. I beheld till the thrones were cast down.
So Daniel, another black man, a prophet, he's seen all the kingdoms cast down. He had a vision. Because yes, we are the real prophets of the Bible, all right? The Lord sent him a vision. He's seen all the kingdoms thrown down. Read.
And the Ancient of Days,
And the Ancient of Days, the Most High God, above Christ. Read.
did sit.
He sit, which means he what? If you sit, what do you have? You have a body. What do they tell you in church? Oh, he's just a spirit. You can't see him. It tells you he's sitting down. This ain't just a puff of smoke, JD. This is a man sitting down, sharp. Read.
Whose garment was white as snow,
He had a nice fly garment. It was white as snow. Read.
and the hair of his head
And the hair of the Most High God's head,
like the pure wool.
like the nappy, dirty wool.
The pure wool.
The woolly hair texture is pure. It's pure, man. So, black man, it's time to love yourself again, man. You smoke? You smoke? That ain't loving yourself. See, you learning all this stuff? Now you gotta change. That's why this truth is so amazing, because prior to we did all that stuff because we didn't know who we are. You out here living, I was the same way. You living here with no purpose.
Right,
Every day, living every day like your last.
right.
Depressed, sad, dealing with all those emotions. No self-esteem. But today is a new day.
That's right.
Today you found out that God put you through all this just to make you a better man.
That's right.
For in the end to show you that you're the greatest people in the earth.
That's right.
He putting us through all this to show us to come back to him, not for our destruction. So no, we don't need to go be depressed. He put his strongest soldiers through the toughest battles, man.
Right.
That's why them people ain't going through this. They couldn't go through none of that. They be committing suicide every day going through half the stuff we go through, man.
Right.
Yeah, so now we don't need to smoke to get through our trials.
Right.
We don't need to get drunk. We don't need to have sex with our sisters, turn them into whores.
Right.
We got to get back to loving ourselves. When you smoking weed, you don't love yourself. You depressed. You running from your demons because you don't know how to face them. Because we don't have the real medicine. The pastors ain't teaching the medicine.
Right.
It's the churches, man. They not helping. But again, today is a new day. Read that.
The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 3 and verse 16.
Read.
Know ye not that ye are the temple of God?
JD, you are the temple of God. This body right here, you got to take care of it. You got to eat good. You got to get some exercise in. You got to get your mind right. All right, make sure your mind is sober. Protect your spirit. You understand? Read.
And that the Spirit of God dwelleth in you.
Us being the Israelites, the Spirit of God is supposed to dwell in us. All right? When we keeping these commandments, the Spirit of God is in us. That's what gives us the confidence to come out here and teach like this in boldness.
That's right.
Because we keeping the commandments. We know we protected by the angels.
Right.
When you out in the midst of sin, you can't have that same confidence. That's why we telling you to leave the smoking alone. Read.
If any man defile the temple of God,
defiling the temple of God is when you're smoking. It's also when you're going into fornication and stuff like that, because you're not supposed to be using your rod to just hit anything running around. That's also going into defiling your temple. Read.
If any man defile the temple of God,
if any man does these things that he's not supposed to do, smoking, fornication, whatever. Read.
Him shall God destroy.
God will bring judgment on that man.
Right.
Today is a warning, and a wise man takes heed to warnings, right? Right? A wise man gonna take heed to warnings. How often do you smoke? Every day? So,
Not really.
So,
Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV. Download the app today. Shalom.
yeah, we go to Sirach 17 and 25. Now, the thing about our people, we do these things, like I said, it's because we sad, man. We going through all this oppression. It's rough. It's tough. So guess what? We all end up building up these addictions that we knew wasn't good from us from the first time we did them. But now they got a hold on us. You understand? Now it's hard if you want to stop. Now you damn near going to be suffering withdrawal symptoms. But the Lord has it. The Lord has understanding on that as well. It's time to pull back from our addictions and get addicted to this Bible. Read.
Sirach chapter 17 and verse 25. Return unto the Lord.
So, JD, today you found out, what you find out? You from the tribe of what? Today you found out you're from the tribe of Judah. You an Israelite from the tribe of Judah.
Yeah.
All right? So when he says return to the Lord, he's talking about come back to who you are. This is God speaking. We're just reading his words. Remember, we didn't write none of this. Read that again.
Return unto the Lord.
JD, do what?
Return unto the Lord.
That's God speaking to you. That's God speaking to you. I didn't know I was going to run into you today. You didn't know you was going to run into me. So who's he? Did I make this up? Read that again.
Return unto the Lord.
He knows that you're not with him, so he's saying return. He sent us out here to give you some guidance on your returning. You understand? A part of you returning is putting down your addictions, picking up the commandments. You understand? Read that part again for the brother. This is for all the blacks and Hispanics. Read that again.
Return unto the Lord.
Come back to the Most High God. Read.
And forsake thy sin.
Forsake thy sins mean to leave them alone. Stop them. Cut them off.
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you. It's nation time.